All right, so we're about to get going again. Where is Amaha? Amaha, where are you? All right, come on down. Come on down. Amaha Sellassie is a peace builder, social healer, freedom fighter, and lover of humanity devoted towards emerging the World House vision. He's an instructor in sociology, director of Center for Applied Social Issues at Sinclair Community College, and chair of the Dayton Human Relations Council. Currently, he is working with the community to emerge the Gem City Market, a grocery store owned by you, the people, that will be in Northwest Dayton. Here he is, the next mayor of Dayton, if Nan wins the governor, Amaha Sellassie.
Greetings, everybody. This is a story of a community coming together to address a systemic failure within the city of Dayton, specifically lack of access to high-quality foods. My name is Amaha Sellassie. I'm a community-based researcher who is committed to uplifting the voice of the unheard and walking with them towards building community transformation. One of the constant narratives within the West Side is a frustration of lack of access to produce. This led me to joining the food justice movement. Basically, food justice is this notion that food is actually a human right, right? Having healthy foods is a right that should be accessible to everybody, right? One of the main issues that we tackle within the food justice movement is this notion of how do we solve the problems of food deserts. Food deserts are an area where 40% of the population has an income of 200% or below the federal poverty line and has to travel more than 1 mile to shop at a grocery store. You probably ask, well, why does that matter? But if I have to, we normally eat the foods that are around, that are easily accessible to us. So if I live in a food desert and I'm most likely going to be eating foods that are less desirable, and this can lead to deterioration of health, be it cancers and diabetes, et cetera, et cetera. But I want to explore like how these things came to be, and that's why we're going to look at the map of redlining. Redlining was a governmental policy that basically said that if the community was highly populated with African Americans, that it was undesirable and therefore not worthy of investment, or actually dangerous for investment, which led to a massive disinvestment within African American communities. Within Dayton, as this map shows, what that ended up creating was this opportunity gap, where you see the white in there was the same as the red line in the other. And what ended up happening is it divided opportunity and divided into communities of advantage and disadvantage. And this particularly affected food deserts, where Dayton as a whole is second in the nation when it comes to food hardships. So I want to tell some stories of like what it actually means to live in a food desert, because we talked about data, but we want to humanize the data, right? And so some of the frustrations that people experience inside food deserts is having to travel, 2 or 3 buses to get to a grocery store, you know what I mean? Or they're stuck to having foods that are lack of food choices, and it actually costs more. Like take, for example, a banana. A banana at Kroger's is 49 cents for a bundle or a pound. But in a food desert, 1 banana is going to cost $1. And probably that banana is not even of a high quality. It's already been wilted. So out of these experiences, the Miami Valley Organizing Collaborative in 2015, we held a community conversation to explore the opportunity maps and to also hear the experiences from the community. And out of that, one group formed that later became known as Gaducci, which was focused on, can we create a grocery store within a food desert? And that led to having us do a market study where we determined, where we wanted to study to see if it was possible to create a grocery store, where we could place one at that would have the density to be able to support it. And that, and with that, we also did a market, we did a community survey where we had about 1,200 people that responded back to us and shared that, yes, they did want a grocery store and that they were tired of having to travel more than 2 miles to have to shop. So why have a food co-op? Some of the benefits of having a food co-op is that it gives community control. You know, that the community is able to own and operate it, determines what we're going to sell, what we're not going to sell. You know what I mean? Do we want to have a community kitchen so that where people can come in there, make their products, and then sell them out at different stores and in different marketplaces? Do you want to have a community room? Do you want to have a bank in there? Do you want to have health services, right? Like all these things that we can do within this food co-op. One of the benefits of the food co-op to me, this process, has been the building of relationships, kind of like Brian mentioned with the longest table. You know what I mean? People coming together across differences, we're building relationships, people are sharing their time and their talent, you know what I mean, towards building a shared future from a divided past. And we're practicing self-determination, right? Like we're determining what our community, what kind of community we want to see, what it's going to look like, and then we're harnessing our resources towards achieving it. We now are in the process of selling shares. Here's a picture of the market right here, and Matt is one of the producers of it. We're now in the process of selling shares. They're $100 a share, and for those that are unable to afford it because they're on subsidies, they're offering them at a $10 rate so that everybody has a chance to be an owner. So what does it mean to be an owner? So an owner, not only do you have access, kind of like a Kroger's card, you get access to discounts on the food, but you determine what kind of community store we're going to have, and there's a possibility to share in the profits once we're profitable, which we think will be about 4 years from now. And so in closing, like, this is our opportunity, this is our chance. I see Dayton on the rise, and like as we continue to come together and pull together our resources, we'll build a shared future from a divided past. Thank you.